Hi, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today I decided to kind of go back. Well, I didn't decide, somebody asked me to, but I'm more than happy to oblige. To pick out an older palette and instead of doing like a guess the palette, just review, just do a look with the palette. And maybe you all purchased this palette. I think it released in 2020. I could be wrong. I was trying to find the oldest palette I had in my collection that was a Halloween inspired palette, and I thought it was this one, but it may not be since that was 2020 when this released. But anywho, it is the Melt Cosmetic and Beetlejuice. And when I think of Halloween, I kind of think of Beetlejuice. I don't know why, other than, death, because, and like he's a monster in a way, kinda. I mean, he's a funny monster, but whatever. Anywho, I love the packaging of this. I just think it's the cutest thing. And then the inside of the palette. Then I love the fact that they even added like a little thing of like the movie itself. Now, I will say I just watched the movie again the other day with my grandchildren because I vaguely remember it, but I couldn't tell you nothing about it really. You know what I mean? So it was fun to sit here and watch the movie, and my oldest granddaughter was like, "You have that, you have that," So it was fun because she's into makeup right now. So, it was fun. But anyway, when somebody asked if I could do that, I was more than happy to do it with this palette. So the first shade we're going to go into is this one right here, and it is called Beetlejuice. And I will say, though, and it could be because this palette's older. Like, the shelf life on this thing doesn't say. Usually it has a little symbol, but it don't. Huh. No. But anyway, what I was going to say is this color looks so green in the palette. I mean, not as vibrant as my shirt, but it still looks greener than that. Like, it takes me a second or two to build this shade up, to be honest. And what I really ended up doing was piling it on my brush and sort of stamping it in. And then I went back in and blended. Because every time I tried to put it on, I kind of just blended it away, to be honest. And it was driving me crazy that I couldn't move past this step. So I then thought, well, let's pack it on and see if that does anything. But you see, it's not really, I mean, it kind of is what's in the pan in theory, but I don't know, for whatever reason I thought it'd be more vibrant than this, but it's not. But that's okay. It has been a while since I've played with this palette, and part of it is that Melt's not always my favorite brand. Like, the palettes I have I like, but they're very rich and deep and dark, and that's just not my vibe. So I tend not to gravitate, but my goodness, they make their color story so pretty and the packaging that I kind of can't resist purchasing their products. Even though deep down I know that it's outside my comfort zone, I still end up doing it, It just is what it is. But I do like this particular palette. Is this a look that I'm like wearing daily? No, it's not. Where is, oh, here it is. I gotta reach it. Got it. But I do enjoy the palette for the most part. We're going to take that same shade and run it under the lower lash line. We're stamping. It's more stamping it under the lower lash line. I've learned that if a shade keeps blending away on you, your best bet is to stamp it in and then barely go back in and blend, because you will spend hours just sitting there and getting nowhere with some shadows, not all. Pastels are a really big one just because of the nature of them. I've learned that if I pack them in, I can get the best payout. I wasn't thinking, and I should have really put on the ABH primer, because it's like white based almost on me. It's got a whiter base, but I ended up going in with soft ochre, which isn't going to make the colors pop as easy. But overall, I think the look turned out really good, to be honest with you. Better than I thought it would, so that's saying something, because I'm not a makeup artist by no means. We're going to go into Bio Exorcist now. And we're going to start to build up the outer corner. In most of Melt's palettes, the reason, and again, I could always pull, always. Lord knows I got enough stuff, you know, to pull. But their shades go from dark to dark. You know, they usually don't have it's usually like mid-tone to really dark, and there's not a lot of light in their palettes, and I really like a lighter shade because of the way my eyes are, and because it's just what I like, you know. That's my, like, their shadows are rich and pigmented, which scare me when, you know, applying them, but I've gotten more comfortable with that in a way. But the fact that there's just not that many lighter shades, that's the part that gets me. Now, if you're aiming to do like a vampy look or a Halloween look even, like, their shadows are amazing for the most part, you know, to work with if you're looking to do a darker look. But for everyday, unless that's your style, you're not going to get an everyday look out of their palettes without pulling something in. Again, unless that's your style, just to have a smoky look all the time. Now, their last couple palettes I have enjoyed, which kind of surprised me. Like, I actually liked the Electric Trip when they just released. And then they just released A Nightmare Before Christmas one. I got it. And the highlighter. I got it. It launched yesterday, day before. It launched at some point. But I got it from Sephora instead because I had gift cards. And Sephora launched it. Then they took it off and put available soon. But my package does say shipped. So I guess that it was their boo-boo. But yet I get to keep what I purchased because it was a gift card. So I don't see how they could refund it back. So it is on its way to me, which is so cool. I am so excited for that. Like, the makeup bag looks really cool too. I didn't get it though. I was going to, and then again, trying to be smarter with my purchases. I was going to get that, except that my thing is why do I need it other than it's cute, right? I don't travel. I'm not about to travel, you know, like, I don't see myself traveling anytime soon. And even if I did, it would be for a very short distance, to where I have a makeup bag, I'm sure, that I could pack. Well, I know I do, because I went to Maryland for a little while to visit family and stuff with my father not that long ago, and I packed some makeup. So, like, I have and I was only going for like 2 days, so I know that I would be fine with whatever I have here. So, you know, why not save that coin and put it towards another purchase? But if you were looking for like this adorable, cute, amazing bag, you might want to check out the Melt Cosmetics because it's cute. Although I will say that Glam Light The Scream bag, that's pretty freaking cute too. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cute. Okay, now we're gonna go into the shade Recently Deceased and just really darken up that corner. No, we're not. We're going into Lost Souls. Yeah, we're going into, I'm sorry, we're going into Lost Souls. This one here, not this one. This one. It's another matte. There's 4 mattes and 4 metallic shades in this palette. But yeah, so I didn't get it, but if I was, I mean, I would have, if I was like, if there's a purpose behind it. But I also think if there was a purpose, I probably would have bought the Scream. I think the Scream's is cuter. But it's not, that's more like a luggage bag, where the other one is more like a makeup bag, to be fair. Look how, I mean, like I said, look how dark that is. Like, it's got pigment. And you just gotta commit also with melt shadows. If you ever tried their shadows, you pretty much have to commit, because I'm telling you, I've never seen such pigment. But they are easy to work with. They are. Like, there's pigment, but it can be blended and stuff. So I don't want to act like, you know, it's not a good formula, because it really, really is. It's just, you know, if you're scared of color, like deep dark colors like I am, it can be very intimidating, especially for someone who don't know what they're doing, like myself. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing and hoping that by the end of this, that it turns out okay. Like, I know that they're not going to turn out amazing. I know this. I know they're not going to turn out even. I just need them to be okay. I have no intentions of, you know, doing somebody's makeup or anything. I'm just doing mine and having fun doing it. Now, granted, there's days that a lot of the time it just makes me, I do my makeup to feel better. You know what I mean? Like, not to look better, but to feel better. But there are days that I do it, I'm not gonna lie, to make me look better, you know? Now, generally on those days, I'm grabbing for a more neutral palette, a more subdued but very metallic lid, you know, type of thing, like a Natasha Denona or a Pat McGrath shade palette, you know? But when I want to have fun, I do want to grab for like a Melt or a ColourPop, even though ColourPop has very pretty neutrals. Love their Stone Fox. Okay. Let's keep going though. Let's go into Little Accident, this one right here. And we're going to pick it up and just pop it on the lid. Like, there's just certain times for certain palettes, you know? And sometimes I feel like I want to look better. Sometimes, most of the time, I just want to feel better, you know? And after sitting here and doing my makeup however I want to do it, I'm just hoping that it turns out okay. Again, it's not going to be perfect, and I'm well aware of it. I wouldn't even know what perfect looked like, okay? So, on any occasion, whether it be me just playing or trying to look good, like, nowhere is it going to be perfect. But look at that. I went in one time. Like, these shadows are crazy good. Crazy scary, but crazy good. Because I remember when I first started playing with makeup again, because I needed an outlet. I remember being terrified of color. And my version of color would be, ready? It's so funny. My version of color would be Urban Decay, Born to Run. Yep, that would be my definition of color that I was scared of. Could you imagine? I still have that palette, but now I look at that and I'm like, why was I so scared of you? You know, after all these other brands came out and just nailed it with colors and the formulas, it's like, now I look at Melt and I'm like, man, if I was just just getting into makeup, and this is the palette I bought, I know all too well I'd never touch it, never ever, because it took me forever just to play with some of their more neutral palettes to begin with, because they're so rich, and it just wasn't going to happen. And it's like, even now I won't use my Sonia G brushes because I don't feel like I'm there yet. Like, I'm not, I know I'm never going to be an artist, but like, I want to know what I'm doing good enough, because like, those brushes are expensive, tools are expensive, so I don't want to be using something that I could not necessarily know what I'm doing with it, you know what I mean? And people rave about this stuff, but it's no good to you unless you are going to use it, number one, and number two, if you know what you're doing with it, you know what I mean? Because if I would break an $85 brush somehow, or ruin it somehow, whether it be putting it in a cream when it should be in a powder, or a powder instead of a cream, or washing it wrong, or whatever, I think I would have a heart attack. Because that's money down the drain, you know? Alright, we're going to take this shade, what is this? Paranormal, this green metallic shade actually, and I'm going to line my lash line with it. And I think it turned out pretty good lining, to be honest. I thought at first I was kind of scared to use this shade to line with, because I was scared there might be a good bit of fallout, but there wasn't, so that was nice. And like for the bottom lash line, it blended out really good with that first shade, so I was really happy on that. And it is a really pretty, like, dark forest green type color. It would be very dark if put on the lid though. Like, it's definitely going to make your look dramatic for sure. But that's why I started with my Refer brushes. I have used my Sonia G brush now, like the mini, I think it's called the mini Kiyaki set. I have used it, the foundation and concealer brush thingy. And I know I need to use them, and I don't know when. I don't know when I'll feel like and part of it is like, I really like her brushes. They feel so nice in the hand. They're so pretty to look at. I mean, they're gorgeous. Look at this concealer brush, you all. The wood, like, everything about it, right? I don't feel worthy to use it. You know what I mean? Like, it's the craziest thought process I have in my head. Like, I am not good enough to use her brushes. They must sit and just be looked at and admired. And they kind of are. I mean, they are in glass containers, sealed. I know. There's something wrong with me. I haven't figured out what yet, but one of these days I'll figure it out. Because part of me is like, I bet. I don't think I want to be let down either. Because, like, in my head, I feel like if I use those brushes one day, it's just going to make everything look flawless. You know what I mean? Like, in my head. Even though, really, they can help, but it's up to the user to make it look flawless. But then the other part of me is like, well, it's never going to look flawless because I have flaws, you know? So it's like, how could I make it work, you know? I don't know, it's weird. And this is why I sit here and do my makeup, because there's so many things that just go through my head that's just like, what are you talking about now? But at least I can sort them out in my head while I'm doing my makeup, and then I'm ready for the day. I don't know if you can, well, you should maybe see this green. But like, this green goes so nice with that purple too. Like, I know you can't really see too much of it because, like, it's just lining my lash line. Barely. Due to the fact that I have hooded eyes, I can't really line too thick. Alright, now we're going to go back into that first shade, Beetlejuice, and blend that lower lash line out a little more, because I don't want that lighter green to go anywhere. But I do like this palette, and regardless of if you think Beetlejuice is Halloween or not, I do think it carries the Halloween colors. You got the green, you got the purple. You don't really have the orange, I suppose. But I don't think this reminds me of fall, though. I was doing looks reminding myself of fall. I don't think this palette reminds me of fall, but Halloween, yes. Okay, now we're going to go into Neurotic, which is this gold, but I'm barely going to pick any up because it is gold, like it's gold. But I don't want too much. I just want enough in the inner corner to give it a little bit of pop. Look how pretty that, look, I barely put any on here too. There's shadows. They're so good, so good. I don't know if you can really see the gold to it or not, because I'm not good with lighting. I know that. But I do want you to see this gold because it is absolutely amazing. Like, yeah, you can see it. You should be able to, I think. Like, it's just so pretty. But you can definitely blend it out to where it's not too much of a pop in your face. You know what I mean? It blends beautifully into the skin. It almost melts. It's weird, that particular color, because I really thought that's not going to work for my inner corner, because it's really not that bright. Well, it's bright. I don't know the word. Not that skin tone friendly. I don't know. It's not like it's very opaque. Yeah, let's put it like that. But it does work for the inner corner for my skin tone, which I didn't think it would, but it does. I use the Tarte Fake Awake for liner for my waterline. Okay, and then we are done, right? Yeah, we're done with the palette anyway. I'm going to go ahead. I even put on little crosses. Getting into Halloween, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to put the YSL Lash Clash on the top lashes. Again, these kind of looks, I feel like, look so much better with lashes. And I really do wish I could do it, but I can't. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she's 24 now. No. She's 25 now. Yeah, she'll be 26 actually. So, but she's wearing false lashes. She figured it out. She said it took her forever to figure it out, but she finally did. She came over the other day, and I didn't even know she was wearing them, y'all. I didn't know she had been wearing them. Truly, like the lashes she was wearing, I need to ask her. They looked so natural that I truly just thought they were hers with mascara, right? And but she said no, they were fake, or they were falsies. Do I have lash glue? Because it was coming off her eye, I guess. And I was like, I'm sure I do. I said, I think it's I think I said the fifth drawer down, you'll see a bunch of lashes in there. Well, she came back, she found some. And because I wasn't for sure if I did or didn't have any, to be honest, as far as lash glue goes. And I did. Had quite a few tubes, she said. But, she was like, you have really pretty lashes in there. I was like, I know. My favorite's the strawberry shortcake ones from Glam Light in that collection. I was like, but I can't put them on to save my life. Ooh. And I've tried, y'all. And what it is I can get them on. So it's not that I can't. I mean, common sense. So you put lash glue on, you smack it on your eye, right? It's not that. It's that I can never get them to look like they belong. And not in the sense of like when I look at it, it don't look right, because that happens too. I can't get them close enough to the lash line. I can't get them to blend in with my lashes. Like, I can't get any of that done. And then I have them like falling off by the end of the day, basically, because I know I didn't, and that's my fault. All that is my fault. It has nothing to do with any of the lashes. So I'm just like, one, it takes me a good, even if I were to put them on and just go and be like, it'll be fine, it takes me 30 minutes. Okay, it already takes me forever to do my makeup. Come on now. And then B, to have it just fall off at the end, that's irritating. And then I don't want to waste them, because what if one day I do learn how to do it? Like, I want those lashes because they're pretty. I don't want to ruin them. Even though I know deep down there will never be a day that I know what I'm doing. But again, I can sit there and look at them and admire them and all their beauty, and admire the people that are wearing them and all their beauty. Although I will say a lot of the times I just don't think I look right in them. But it's probably because I'm not used to seeing myself in them, you know? But to me, that is what lash serums are for. They are for so you can grow your own lashes. And that's what I do. Grow my own. Alright, I think that we have it. The look is done. I think they look alright, kind of similar. Oops, I messed up a little bit on the mascara. Where does my brush at? Where's my spoolie? I just had that spoolie. I shouldn't be allowed to touch stuff. Just give me this one. This one hurts though. I got sparkles. We got a little bit of fallout. It looks like it's from the gold shade. Oh no. Okay. I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. Alright. That's as good as it's getting, y'all. But I hope you enjoyed this video and my rambling on and on about absolutely nothing. I hope it entertained you, took your mind off of if you were going through anything. You're listening to my stupid ramblings. I can ramble all day. And I hope you enjoyed me using this palette. Did you all buy these? I have this one, but did you buy the other one? Did you buy this one? Did you buy... I'm not even sure what else was released with this collection, to be fair. But I do like it. I think it's cute. It's definitely not a palette I get a whole lot of use out of. As you can clearly see by looking at it. It's in almost pristine condition. I don't pull it out often. But if I'm having a bad day and I want to reminisce, I'll pull it out. But a lot of the times, if I'm having a bad day and I want to reminisce, I pull out my strawberry shortcake. Just being honest. I really like strawberry shortcake though. But that's more me. I am so much a girly girl, it's not funny, y'all. I like these kind of movies and stuff. Especially younger. Nowadays, I can't. And those jump scare things, y'all. I seen one. Let me just tell you real quick. I seen a jump scare the other day. It was a snake one. I about fell off this chair. Like, it had a snake going into a book bag, and then all of a sudden, like, it shows the camera going down, and the boy or man or girl, I don't know, opening the book bag, and you think that they're just going to show it finishing up. No, all of a sudden you see him open the book bag, and you're sitting there staring, waiting to see what it is, what kind, and then it's like, "Arr!" And I'm like, no. So I jumped, and it scared me, and I screamed, and I had both my granddaughters, so I did it to my oldest one, and she was like, "That's dumb. That didn't scare me. That was a weak jump scare." I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't even know what it was called. That's how I figured it out. Her. So then my youngest one was like, let me see. Now, mind you, she's 3. My oldest is 6. So I was like, "I don't think you want to see this, baby." And she's like, "I do. Me do." It's always me. So she says, "Me do." So I showed it to her. And then when it did it to her, when it jumped, she went back, like, and sort of like was like that, and looking at it, and it looked like she was about to cry. I was like, "Are you okay? I told you didn't want to." She said, "Me not scared. Me not scared." And then just took off for her room. And I was like, "Oh Lord, I knew better. But I did it anyway." But yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like jump scares at all. Like, I feel like, especially if you did it to somebody in person, like, you're liable to get hit, because I mean, person's first reaction is to protect themselves, you know. I'm just like, nah, I can't do it. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. I'll end on that lovely little story. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's a new launch. Come join me every day. I love to ramble, and I play with different palettes, or have you guess palettes. I might, since you would like to see, people have suggested seeing like other palettes without guessing them. Maybe I'll do the guessing the palettes like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. I'll just do whatever, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I guess that would be fair. That's half and half. So I'll review older palettes and then newer palettes, and then do the guess my palettes, and then Sundays I don't film, like I said, unless there is a new launch. But anyway, I'll let you go, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye.